be of itself perceived, but only by the effects which it produceth. The world is a constant creation. The infinite spirit is ever speaking to the spirits of men. The permanence and continuity that characterize our changing experience find their explanation in the reasonable constancy of the divine will, which is actively present in all. And I do mention Jonathan Edwards when I was a college student. The chair of our Department of Philosophy at Westchester was a specialist in Jonathan Edwards. And one of the neat things was once he retired and moved from their house to a senior facility in Chester County, he sent me his copy of the book on Jonathan Edwards that he edited, which out of the complete works of Jonathan Edwards was the volume that had Jonathan Edwards' letters, and signed it to me, to Bill, etc. It's kind of neat. So I have the letters. And he's famous, Jonathan Edwards is famous for several of the letters. He was a fire and brimstone teacher, a preacher, and he in fact was so good at it that it scared the crap out of people. Of fire and brimstone, you're going to hell, basically. And it was so good at it that the church fired him and sent him away. He's scaring too many people. You don't go to church, to watch, this stuff. That's scaring the crap out of us. So that was interesting. But he did go on to become the president of Princeton University, which at the time was, I don't think it was Princeton at the time. I forget what it was called. But in any case, it just had the one building. If you've been to Princeton, you've seen they've got this. The original building is there, which is like that was the whole college at one time. I'll show you. I think it's Main Hall. That's it. So that was the whole college actually at the time. And Jonathan Edwards, at one point, they were trying to encourage people to use this new thing, was an inoculation to prevent smallpox. And no one wanted to try it. And he, being, who he was, he said, I'll go ahead, give it to me. So they gave him the inoculation for smallpox, and it killed him. So that's, JFK would clearly appreciate that, Don't take that. Don't take that one. We've got to, make it a little bit thinner or something.
MMR.
So that's pretty interesting. So have a look at him as an example, I think, of our first dyed-in-the-wool, grown-in-America philosopher. He was also famous for the revivals, and the kind of revivals that we get started having in the United States. When you think about the different revivals, we've had so many revivals in some places that they're referred to as the burned over district. The burned over district. Is that right? Pretty sure. All the religious revivals. So, we'll be talking about David Hume next class. lots of stuff. All of his writings are on the web, and he's a good writer. So he's interesting to read and fun. He even has a short biography of his life, which I think I linked for you, although it's easy to find all this stuff. So please have a look at David Hume. He's considered to be the skeptic of skeptics. Once you get used to his way of looking at everything, you realize you don't know anything. In fact, I think David Hume is the one responsible for us thinking that philosophy is a total waste of your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, Microsoft just came out with a new state of matter.
Oh no. Rhode Island?
Quantum computers. Is that?
Oh, quantum computers? Well, I've been watching. They're selling them now. You could buy them. I think they're a little expensive though.
Yes, topographical superconductor. It's not a liquid, not a gas, not a solid. It's
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I did hear about that.
just came out like last February. I'll send you the article.
Oh, I think I've seen it. I don't, when they come up with a new state of matter sometimes, it's like, well,
Trying to wrap my head around it.
yeah. You remembering this?